This is the last time for our third and the final part from the MC Phase 3. Good afternoon for YouTube subscribers here. We have the last part is for Avengers. Endgame is going to be, we'll never show up. This is the last trailer we'll never seen. All the big three is finally back to destroy Thanos in the trailer. So let's start it. This is the third part is for the Avengers will be the end is Road to Endgame. So this is the final part is the Phase 3. If you watch it, if you see on your watching on this video, click this previous video. I was starting in a part 2 and 1. So let's start it and let's finish this. Here is the third and the final MCU Phase 3. This is the beginning of who ended in Civil War. This is Infinity War. It says the MCU timeline 2016, 2 months after Civil War, but also maybe 2020 is confusing. The introduction of the Black Order. Spider-Man Homecoming is 2017, finally reveal of Spider-Man. It says, after the events of Civil War, Peter Parker really wants to become an official member of the Avengers in hopes of winning a spot on the Super Squad. He fights a villain called the Vulture, played by the original Batman himself, Michael Keaton, who is selling weapons made out of alien debris to bad guys. Yes, of course, the Battle of New York could be the Avengers, and then the group called Damage Control to steal all the weapons from the Chitauri, then making weapon from the Vulture and Shocker is introducing new villains. Iron Man scolds Peter Parker for reckless fighting the Vulture, but then later rewards him for fighting Vulture by offering him a spot on the Avengers. Iron Man needs to work on his disciplinary skills before he becomes a dad. Peter turns him down to concentrate on high school because he is 15 years old. This is too young. And probably shouldn't be fighting supervillains. Except, obviously, he's going to fight Thanos, a supervillain. The introduction is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Sergeant Stephen Strange hurts his hand in a car accident and ventures to the mystical city of Kamar Taj to find a cure. He trains under the Ancient One, played by Tilda Swinton and Benedict Wong, to jump holes in space. Doctor Strange saves the world of using the Eye of Agamotto, which contains the Time Stone and can turn time backward or forward. The Ancient One dies, but she was an extremely problematic character, so nobody is that said about it. Okay, we are going to do. In Avengers Age of Ultron, Hulk is sent the Avengers Quinjet, but later on, Thor's home could be Asgard is destroyed is from Hela. Thor is going to Hulk in Planet Sakaar is Thor Ragnarok. Introduction of Valkyrie. This says Thor Ragnarok says Thor the bleak god who shouts his lines in Fox Shakespearean dialect is funny now. Odin tells Thor and Loki that their evil sister Hela, played by Kate Blanchett, yes, she's the villain from Thor, is en route to Asgard to unleash the apocalypse and then immediately dies. Hela destroys Thor's hammer, which in the space god equivalent of setting fire to the little brother's security blanket. Valkyrie, played by Tessa Thompson, of course. A former Asgardian, captures Thor and sells him into slavery as a space gladiator. Luckily, Thor's first opponent is his old co-worker, Hulk. Valkyrie, Hulk, Loki, and Thor team up to evacuate and destroy Asgard before Hela can unleash the apocalypse. Thor loses an eye and Loki steals the Tesseract containing the Space Stone. From from the Asgardian treasure room, because that guy can never decide whether he's good or bad. Important post-credit scene: a big ship overtakes Thor's getaway ship, presumably. Thanos located the Tesseract on Thor and Loki's ship and is going to raid it. Then Ant-Man and the Wasp is Scott Lang, played by Paul Rudd, is under house arrest after the events of Civil War, but he escapes in order to help Hope Van Dyne, now operating as superhero the Wasp, rescue her mother Janet from the quantum realm, a scary subatomic place where she's been stuck for little decades. Hope's father Hans travels to the quantum realm where he finds Janet, who inexplicably has conjured up clothes, food, makeup, possibly a toilet, while living in a void for little years. Luckily she hasn't gone insane. This is a more important. Thanos will snap of fingers again. Inside what he joined by Ant-Man is a quantum device from the vehicle, but they banish. He can contact to Janet, Hope, and then the original Ant-Man, Hank Pym, he turned into ashes when Scott Lang is stuck off. Louise will be appearing in Endgame. Says, in a post-credit scene, Scott enters the quantum realm for research purpose, but while he is there, Hope, Hank, and Janet all disintegrated in Thanos' calling. More on that below. Hopefully one of the Avengers remembers that Ant-Man exists in the next film and saves him. And then the last but not the least is the Infinity War. Thanos wants to murder half of all people in the universe because of overpopulation. What an environmentally conscious body to do. So he needs to acquire all 6 Infinity Stones, which when wielded together will allow him to control all life in the universe. Considering that he's been eyeing these stones for almost a decade and acquire none, he is able to snag all 6 surprisingly quickly. Though at a runtime of 2 hours and 40 minutes, it may not feel that way for the audience. Thanos' basic strategy is threatening to kill one superhero to another superhero will give in and hand him an Infinity Stone. With mostly positive result, he successfully gains the Space Stone from Loki by threatening his brother Thor. He ma- he messes with Star-Lord by forcing him to shoot Gamora to save the Soul Stone, though, though he uses the Reality Stone to show Star-Lord that was all an illusion, and he forces Wanda to destroy the Mind Stone powering Vision, but then turns back time and takes it anyway. The Avengers are too noble to kill each other in order to save the universe, which is too bad because Thanos destroys half of all life in the universe once he has all six stones to so end the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just kidding. They have another decades of movies planned. So that's it. All of the timeline we see in Avengers Endgame. Meanwhile, take a look at this action figure. We saw the trailer. Look at this. The big three is complete. Captain America. The costume, it looks like a scale suit. Thor has a Stormbreaker. And lastly, Iron Man has a new armor. It looks like iconic colored gold and red armor. He's based by the classic Iron Man. The Six Stones is completed. Loki's scepter and the Tesseract both in two movies. There are uses by the Space Stone and Mind Stone. On the other hand, Gamora, she's eternal humanity is the human, could be the Soul Stone. Thor has bringing back from Collector the Aether. He sent it from Collector's Bolt in that time. And lastly is the Time Stone and the Power Stone, which means the Nova Corp, the orb, and then the necklace. I don't believe it. All six stones in one hand, the gauntlet. Then you snap this finger, says Thanos just what he say. He's destroy all of the heroes is wiped out. The survivors is Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, War Machine, and Rocket Raccoon. We have Nebula. So Avengers Endgame is going to be the final battle is Thanos to destroy the Avengers Tower, almost depleted by the battle with that mad Titan, and uses a giant weapon, is a sword. So we're gonna find out, which means will be the spoilers alert. Maybe you never show up in Avengers Endgame to see that movie. So Avengers Endgame will be premiered is on April 25 on US. April 24 is from our Asia in Philippines. So Walt Disney Company and 20th Century Fox is the last time March 20 is done from the deal. So X-Men and F4 known as Fantastic Four is joined the team. So he created the team called New Avengers. So Avengers Endgame could be the last Marvel Avengers movie. And X-Men The Dark Phoenix is the same, is the last X-Men movie before Disney to rebooting the Avengers will join forces the mutants and the Marvel First Family. They are too young. So Avengers Endgame will premiere is April 24. Uh, so you will be watch it. Thank you for Marvel Philippines and Marvel Entertainment will bring here the Avengers Endgame. So my friend Dwight Zamonte in UK, somebody shooting in United Kingdom where never shows up. It's Tom Holland. Peter Parker is from Spider-Man sequel Far From Home that played by Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. So let me comments below, like the smash button here and get notification and subscribe here on YouTube, and please watch for Avengers Endgame on April 20th, April 24th on SM Mega Mall in IMAX. So please support our Disney Philippines. So very important to biggest all Earth's mightiest heroes. I was get ready for excited. And then we have an apparel t-shirts is called Avengers Endgame, will be coming soon. And of course, the Avengers Endgame will be the sponsors for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order for Nintendo Switch is coming soon. And then of course, we have the action figures for Avengers Endgame is almost selling, is coming. And then the updated version is Hero Vision Avengers Endgame. So I hope you're excited and get ready to watch Avengers Endgame. So thanks for watching and see you for the next video. Have a good day. Peace. JCD, we're signing off.